Hello and welcome to my first devlog. So this is the first video in a series that will document my journey through making my first ever actual game. This game is going to be a mobile hyper-casual game tentatively named Gravity Assist, but I'll explain all of the specifics a little bit later. So I will be using the Unity game engine to make this game, which is a little bit different because, as you know, I've been making games in Roblox, but I decided to venture out and try something new. So this will hopefully expand my dev toolbox. So this is a little bit different than my usual content, but I still hope you guys enjoy. So let's get right into it. So the game that I'm making is going to be a hyper-casual mobile game that's going to be free, of course. And it's going to be based off a concept known as Gravity Assist. So what Gravity Assist is, Gravity Assist, and this is also the tentative name for the game. So what Gravity Assist is I'll have a visual on screen. Basically, when a satellite, such as like Voyager 1 or Voyager 2, whatever, orbits around a planet to gain speed and save on fuel. So they kind of like fling themselves using the gravity of another planet to pull it in, but they don't get into like a orbit around the planet. They just kind of use it to fling them around. And so this is what my game's going to be based on. You're going to have planets in a line, let's say, and you're going to be a little ship that's going to orbit. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have like a limited fuel, and so like you have like a fuel bar like in your UI or something, and it'll deplete as you thrust, and when you thrust, you can thrust in like whichever direction you want, and like wherever you touch on the screen will be the direction that it will thrust like away, and it'll also have like the same magnitude. And so you'll start like an orbit around a planet, right? And you'll have to fling yourself from planet to planet, and each time you do, you'll get a score added. So like this, you have score 1, then you have score 2. So it'd be based on like high scores and stuff. So the amount of planets that you get to will be like your score. And there'll also be things such as like fuel, like maybe floating like fuel asteroids that you'll have to like pick up as you go around the planet to replenish your fuel. And maybe even like moons and stuff that'll make it harder to like orbit around your planet. But yeah, that's the basic overview of the game, and it seems like a pretty good concept. There's a few problems though that I can already see. First of all, performance, because we're going to be doing a lot of physics operations, and phones aren't really meant to do that much, so I'm not sure if it'll be acceptable to like low grades of like iPhones or Androids. And also, I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do for textures on the planets. Like, I've tried generating random textures for like sprites. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm using Unity, and I'm pretty new to Unity, as you all know. I use Roblox most of the time, and like I really just don't know what I'm doing in regards to textures. So who knows? We're gonna do with that. Right now, I'm keeping a very simplistic art style, like, because this is a prototype. But yeah, this should turn out pretty fun. Even if it's not a successful game, I think it should be a really fun project, because I need to diversify my like game dev ability to not only Roblox, to stuff like Unity, and hopefully eventually Unreal Engine and stuff like that. So yeah. So now I'm going to show you a compilation of clips showing my incremental progress on this game. And they're pretty raw, but they give you like an insight as to what I'm doing at the moment, what I'm thinking. So I think it's pretty cool to see how I progress over the course of like 2 weeks, because I actually started this project around like a week or 2 ago. So yeah. Okay, so this is pretty cool. I managed to get my phone to detect touch input and move this square to wherever I'm touching. So I have my phone in front of me connected to my computer. And wherever I touch, you can see my mouse isn't moving. The square moves to wherever I touch. So this is pretty good. Pretty cool progress. Okay, so now we have some more progress. I now have a little square. We have a square. We had the square last time, and now it orbits our circle, and the circle sort of moves as well. So you can see the square. I'm currently using my touch buttons on my phone to like work with this. So you can see gravity's a bit experimental. I have to fiddle around with the variables to see what combination leads to the best results. This is a pretty good system right now. So yeah. So here we have some more progress. I have made some little art for my satellite sprite. And I tweaked with the gravity a lot. But now we actually have something working. I made a few planets. This is not how I want the gravity system to work. I only want one planet to affect our little satellite thing at a time. But this is a cool little demo to show what I kind of want to do. So you can see little ship flies around. It orbits the things. I can use my finger to like propel it around. And those little lines are my finger tapping on the screen. And depending on how far away it is, I can apply more force. So I just applied a lot of force there. And so yeah, looks pretty good. It's kind of fun to play around with. So yeah. So now I've changed my script so I can play this game with my mouse just for convenience. So if I play this, you can see everything goes normally. And in the scene view, you can see that little line. That just shows how much force I apply to this little object. And by the way, this is what my script looks like right now. It's pretty simple. In my update function that fires every frame, I check if there's a input, and then I apply this input. What I really should do is I should make this in fixed update, but I'll do that later. So here you go. I actually get the input in the update function, but since this is not frame rate independent, I have to multiply my final force by time.delta time. So I don't really know like the specifics of how this works, but it should make my script frame rate independent, which is always good when dealing with physics, since a rigid body is indeed part of the physics. So I made some more progress. Now if I play this, the planet that's affecting my little spaceship is highlighted in green, because I don't want every planet to affect it at the same time. And if I boost away, crap. So I have to escape the gravity well, and then boom, look at that. I get sent over here, and whichever planet I'm the closest to, except apparently this planet, it will gravitate towards. So that works super well. And I have it highlighted in green, which is a super cool like debugging trick. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, so now we have some more progress, just a little bit. If I click play, you can see we have a nice little title screen. We have our little spaceship looking thing flying around. And if we hit play, the camera snaps to the thing, and then another planet spawns. So if I manage to fly away, there we go. You can see it attaches, and so that's the gameplay right there. You kind of just like yeet yourself at the other planet. That looks pretty cool. So now, when I click play, same thing happens, but instead of only one planet spawning, we have a continuous game loop going when I start. So let me just throw myself around this. You can see the camera also zooms out, which is pretty cool. It's really, really abrupt. I don't like how it's like that. But right there you can see I crashed. But if I go to the scene view and zoom out a bunch, you can see another planet spawned. I don't know why this error is happening. It doesn't affect the game at all. But it has to do with the collection of like planets that I store. But I mean, I'll figure it out. It doesn't seem to be like mess up the game at all. But you never want an error like that. So if I play it again, you can see I attach to that planet. I can sort of fly up. Make sure to go away. I get flung into a random direction. So what I want to do next is stagger the planets when they spawn. So instead of all of them spawning in a straight line, they like one spawns, like let me show you. One spawns right here, and then the one spawns right here, and so on. So like something like that, because I feel like that'd fit the gameplay a little bit more. Right now, it's kind of hard to play, and you can kind of cheat a lot. So for example, well then, I forgot to delete the other planet. There we go. So if I play, then I can like sort of go like super high. Let me just gain enough momentum. I can go like super high and just kind of like surf along the top of the planets, which is really cheap. But then eventually I get caught, but still. So the gameplay works, technically. It's not very desirable, but you know, I'll figure it out later, so. But that's good progress. So yeah, that's basically it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. This is my first time ever making a devlog, so it was pretty new. I didn't really know what to do. Make sure to comment any suggestions you have or any questions about what I'm doing. And in the next video, I'll make sure to include more scripts, because that video I kind of didn't show you any of my scripts, but I'll try to do that in the future. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I hope you have a nice day, and goodbye.